Hi everybody. In this lesson I'm going to be building just a super simple checkout based on what we know about PayPal that will get items from this custom cart over to be paid for. So the way we're going to do this is really isolate what happens again when we put something in our cart. And as you may recall, we use a session. We actually store it into a session. But also we store it in a database. In fact, in our database, we created a cart items table. And this has the product ID, the session ID, the entry and the quantity of each product based on the session. So I just added one thing in my cart, and that was product ID 2, which is why here you see it's a camera. It's 1, 2, 3 for product IDs. But I need to be able to pay for that. And I need to give you folks the confidence to be able to do this with just a little bit of PHP experience. So what I've done is I've created a checkout. And this checkout is very rudimentary. I'm basically reducing it to its lowest level. And what I did was I grabbed a checkout from PayPal. Just literally shipping, billing. And I have a static area here where we're going to output things, but I just want to get this working, and then we can talk about updating and moving forward. Checkouts honestly are never done. As long as you have a base level understanding of what's happening, you can add things as you see fit. For example, I don't have any coupons here, any discounts, I don't have any shipping modules, nothing here. Let's keep it to the bare minimum so that you feel confident, okay? So this is my checkout, and you see that it has everything else that's been in the cart, the custom cart. I have my database connection information. Then I have the form action that goes to PayPal. I've got the exact form fields from the PayPal guide, the developer's toolkit: address 1, city, state, zip, shipping, bill first, city. And right now I have city. You'll see I have display none there. We're going to actually make it show so that, and I'll remove this too. There's some code in here from auto population that I usually use. Anyway, so what we're looking for here is what is dynamic and what is coming from that table. And I would say that this is, and this is, okay? And then shipping looks like it's static, so we'll just keep this at empty. Now this is our output to the user, so we'll just remove that. What we're looking for is all the hidden fields we need to populate, okay? And here you see a discount, but I'm just going to remove the subtotal here, and we'll put it right inside $29.99. So we're going to turn everything that is dynamic into something from our database, and that means initially what we need to do is write an SQL query, write a query to get all the data we need. Okay, so what data do we need? Well, we're going to need the product name, the item number, amount, and quantity. So name, prod ID for item number. Excuse me, Mr. FileZilla is getting all excited for me. Let's go back here, and we're going to do item number, item name, item price. So what this will do is it'll allow me to write the query that I need. Okay, so now let's say you don't have a lot of experience with this. Start practicing with these queries, because what I did was I put the tabs up of both tables that I need. So when I look at this, and this is also, basically an addendum to your SQL and PHP classes, the WebD 166 and 167. But I'll actually just write the SQL, the query statement. So what do we need? Well, we said we need the name. So let's get the name. So we get the name from the products table .name. That's what we need. Next, we'll need the item number. Well, the item number is the product underscore ID. So I can do products underscore ID. So it's table first, and then a dot, and then the actual field name. So we have the item name, the item number. We already have the name here, but probably could use the image. But for now, let's just get, because we need, for just this form, we'll need name, item number, and price. So where's the price? The price is right here. So So products dot price. Now we need only those products that are in the cart items table. So I'm going to add a where statement, and this will be where. And now it's time to look at our sessions and our cart items table. So I still need to get stuff. I need the cart items dot quantity. Now I need to get them from what we need, basically from the tables that hold the data. So we'll call them from products, oops, and cart items. So I break it up by line, and only where, see the product ID here? The cart items dot product ID happens to be equal to the products dot products ID. Oops. But also where the session ID, the cart items dot session ID, this is the hardest part, but if you keep your eye on the prize, it's going to be fine. So where that session ID, this guy right here, happens to be equal to this scalar ses ID. I'm not going to bind the values or anything like that. I just want to get this query done and give you the concept. So this will be called, we'll call it get cart, and we'll make it equal to what we've been doing all along with the PDO, is dbh prepare select all from each. Okay, and now that we have that, let's get the products. So we should have everything we need. But I'll tell you, a good piece of advice for whether you're seasoned, old like me, or new, let's get cart and execute this guy. But what I'm going to do is actually get cart row equals get cart fetch. I'm going to output or var dump the get cart row. And I'm going to do this because I want to see what the values are that came in. All right, so I just saved that. Let's run it. And remember, this doesn't work unless you put something in your cart item to begin with. So if I go to checkout now, okay, I get the page isn't working, which is fine. Let's see if I've got anything off. All right, I'm getting your row. It looks like select product names from cart items like this. There's DBH equals DBH set attribute. That looks good. So priming product price, cart items quantity, cart item price. That looks like it's really good SQL. So there's got to be something else. I'm going to go ahead and pause this for a second and do some troubleshooting. So let me show you how I troubleshot that. I'm with HostRocket, and I went to my cPanel and found the error log. And this is the error log right here. And inside here, I looked at line 16, which is where it threw the error. It's the last error that we had. And that error showed that we were in execute. This is the line. So what I did was I commented out the thing that was throwing the error because it wasn't giving me any information at all. It was just giving me nothing. And what I did was I took an output of the query itself, and then I copied and pasted that query, ran it in SQL, and got this. So it says unknown column products dot products under ID underscore ID and field list, and that's because it's products dot product underscore ID. So that's where I went wrong. So let's go ahead and fix that. And thank you for tolerating that, but it's good to see the troubleshooting because I had those tabs in front of me and I still made a mistake. Honestly, when I create a table and I'm working in multiple projects, I usually put the database structure at the end of my desk and I tape it up so I can see the file names. But I like to do this on the fly in front of you guys because then it shows that as long as you get the logic down, you'll get it right. Let me make sure this is completely uploaded. And so right now, when we see what we have another fatal. And that could be for anything. So products.product ID, let's see, products.product ID. That's correct. And products.price. Yes. Cart items quantity. So products name. Let's look at the other one. That is, look at the structure. And product ID. So cart items, product ID equals products, product. That looks really good. So what I'm going to do again is to keep doing this. Okay, I'm going to take this, I'm going to echo it out. And again, I'm going to comment this out because there's something wrong with my query. And it's not even that complicated a query, but anytime you call on more than one table, it can get a little bit dicey. So what we want to do is just make sure that we can run this, and oops, there's our checkout again. And now we have, this is our query again. And I'm going to go back to my SQL tab and see if I have anything else that's wrong here, because clearly that's the query that is kind of screwing things up. So let's go here. And I'm actually praying for an error right now. And I apologize for the length of this loading. There we go. Unknown column, cart items QTY. And it was right in front of me the whole time. So this is cart items. I think I did QTY. Yeah, I did QTY. And that happens. So let's do this, especially if you've been coding a lot all day. So QTY, there we go. Now we can give this another shot, and hopefully this will come out. And there we go. We got our stuff. So we got camera, everything we need there. So what you can do is, we know that that's what we're getting, right? We can comment that out and put it right in here so we can see it right below the code, because now we know the values of each thing. There's name, camera, name, product ID, string. So I can create variables. I can do something like item name equals scalar get cart row, and that can be name, right, like that. It can be single quotes or double quotes. And then I can do item number. So all I'm doing is get cart row product underscore ID is getting variables that I can use down below. And this is product ID. Oh, that's not what we need. We need the name, product ID, the quantity. That's what we need next. Item quantity equals get cart row, and that's QTY. All right. And then we'll need price, and that's it. So we have those variables now. Scalar price equals get cart row price, like that. So now what we can do is just go this far, because we've got these variables, right? And then we'll go down to where we need them, like so. And we know that if those are the variables, I'm just pasting them there for kicks, but we know that this is the name of the product, right? So I can open up PHP like this and echo item name, okay, like that. And in this case, I'll just copy and paste that, and I'll echo out the item number, which is item number, like that. All right, and then we get the price. We can just pop that in. We'll do item price, or just price. That's what the variable holds. And then we have quantity. Let's echo out. Let's make this QTY, just simpler. And quantity, QTY. Now, the subtotal down here leads us to our next issue. And that is that we want to have the ability to do multiples. So here I'm going to do echo PHP echo scalar price. So there we go. Now I'm going to click yes, and we'll run this checkout again and see if we've got, that's because PHP wasn't opened, but we do have subtotal 700. And when we look at our stuff here, we have camera, ID, etc. So now we can go into our form, simply add it up. 1, 2, 3 code lane. I know there's no absolutely no design on this. It really is terrible. This doesn't work yet. I'm going to actually just type this in because I want to prove something to you and show you the benefit of having someone sign up here. So this is San Diego, California, 92119, kdccore@gmail, and we'll give it a 5551212. Okay, now let's check out. And hopefully this sandbox comes up. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. This happens a lot with sandbox. We'll try it again later. But I'm going to close out the checkout on that. Now, what's left to do? A lot. If we go back to our checkout, you'll see that we need to add an icon here that goes to the checkout. We need to make sure it's validated. We need to make sure that the checkbox connects the shipping with the billing. We need to make sure that we loop around multiple products in the cart items table. I'm sorry this didn't work for you guys. I can probably pause it and wait till later. But for now, I'm just going to close this out as is, and we can continue working on it in the next week. Because the next week, what we're going to be doing is talking about what makes a great checkout, and we're going to build it up a little bit. Okay? So that's an entry-level checkout right there of just one product.